This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness. And today we are taking a look at Avorion, however you pronounce it, this game. So what is this game? According to the Steam store page, it is a procedural co-op space sandbox where players build their own spaceships out of dynamically scalable blocks, fight epic space battles, explore, mine, trade, wage war, and build your own empire to save your galaxy from being torn apart by an unknown enemy. How much is it going to cost you? It's going to set you back $17.99, so basically $18. What are the requirements? Here are the requirements. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about this game. I'm going to start off with the pros. The pros are, it's crazy customizable. Like, there's so much customization in this game, you can play it any way you want. If you want to be a pirate, be a pirate. You want to be a trader, be a trader. Want to be a salvager, you got that too. Want to just fly around and do whatever, do that. Want to be a general of a freaking space armada, yeah, you got that. Want to own your own space station, sure. Want to build your own space station, sure. You got that too. Want to build your own ship, yep, right on, you can build your own ship. You can play this game however you want to play this game. It's kind of like, and I hate to say this because this term gets thrown around so freaking much, but it's kind of like the Minecraft of space games. I know, a lot of you out there are probably saying right now, they say that about all these new space games, but this one is. I can honestly say that this gaming company is doing this game right. Next pro, building is really good in this game. It's super intuitive and super fast. The only downside is it takes a little bit of getting used to, and first it was kind of a turn off for me a little bit, just a little bit, you know. It's like, oh, this is kind of janky, but it's not. It's just one of those environments that takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, you find out that it's really intuitive and it allows you to build ships really fast and really detailed, and you can build them the way you want. However, there's a lot of stuff you got to keep in mind when building a ship, but that's another video on its own. Next pro, this thing is full of surprises. I keep running into all kinds of stuff. I think, okay, well, I've seen all this game has to offer, and yeah, it's great and I'm having a good time, but I'm not gonna run into anything else. And then, you know what? I run into another surprise. You know, it could be some random smuggler that has a quest, and then I go into the next section of Galaxy and all of a sudden I'm under attack because I'm carrying smuggled goods, to just all kinds of random stuff. Loading times in this game are really fast, which is another pro for me. Going from each section of the galaxy to, you know, because you have to jump around to different parts of your galaxy. I guess you'd call them like quadrants or something like that. The load times in between those is surprisingly fast. I didn't expect them to be as fast as they were. Also, for being an early access game, I have yet to find any real game-breaking bugs. Yes, there are bugs. You'll run into all kinds of stuff, from physics bugs to just random odds and ends. But I have yet to run into anything just like super game breaking. Okay, let's talk about the cons. When building and searching through your items, I really feel like the interface needs a search option to where you can just search for what you're looking for. Like, you know, you have a mining turret or triple mining turret or whatever, and you want that specific one, but you got to scroll through everything that you have in your inventory in order to find it. I really feel like that would be really helpful, just to be like, hey, green mining turrets, or actual typing this specific mining turret. Yeah, but I mean, that's a minor con, and that's something that could get added later. You have to remember with these cons that this is an early access game, so because of that, you know, you can't take the cons, you got to take the cons with a grain of salt, basically, because this stuff could be changed in no time at all. The other con is the AI still needs a bit of work. The AI that you fight is okay. It provides a good bit of a challenge. The AI for like your drones, you can have captains pilot ships for you, and you can tell the ship, hey, go mine this ore over here. And when I was doing that, I was running into the problem of the ship kept running into asteroids and breaking itself. And I read the forums, and apparently some other people have had this issue as well. So the AI still needs a little bit of work here and there. It's not perfect, but it is good. It does work. The AI fighting seems pretty spot on as it is. I mean, I'm sure it could get a tad bit more of improvement here and there, but it is good. The last con is battles can, now I state very specifically, can be boring. They are not boring, but they can be boring. There's situations where you're in a sector and pirates will come in, and or a warring faction or whatever with whatever sector that you're in, and that sector will go to battle with them. All the ships, they may even warp in ships to help them fight, and those ships will battle the pirates or whatever they're fighting. In that sense, you can just hang on the outskirts and pummel the enemy pretty easily. Half the time you can do it without even them attacking you or taking any hits whatsoever. There are times where you can, when you're just starting out, where you can just zoom into a battle and grab items that have been dropped and zoom right out of a battle without taking any hits. So I mean, and there's a little bit of skill involved in that, but battles can be boring. I find generally though they are not, especially when you're out on your own or you jump a group of pirates before the ships in that sector realize they're there. That stuff can be more engaging. So, you know, the battles can at some points be kind of meh. Alright, let's take a look at the beginnings of gameplay. So when you first start out, you are in this little tiny drone. The footage that you saw earlier was me fighting some pirates in this one sector for this one quest. So this is what you look like when you start out. You just got this tiny little guy here. Now, I say you can do whatever you want in the game, and you can, but it's going to start out the same pretty much for everybody, because you have to mine some ore to get started. And you're going to mine some iron. It's your first of your minerals. You can see your list of ore, whatever you want to call them, and they are tiered. So iron's going to be your lowest, and this Avorion, whatever you want to call it, Avorion, this is your top tier ore that you will mine. So anyway, to start off with, you're going to have to do a little mining. You're going to go over here and you're going to look for meteors, like they're asteroids like this. I want to call them meteors, but they're not. They're asteroids because they're just hanging out. Anyway, so you look down here. Once I have it selected, you can see it tells you how much iron is in this. You're not going to get that much because the efficiency of your current mining lasers is kind of crappy. So you'll be lucky if you even get a fourth of that. Once you have it selected, you just head on up to it and you mine it, and your ore will just automatically collect. So you're going to do this, and you're going to do this till you get enough to found your first ship. And the tutorial walks you through all this. I'm just giving you guys a quick little rundown so you know what to expect, and you don't have to play the tutorial or buy the game to know what you're in store for. So you're going to do that. You can see we got 360 out of that because I gave myself all of these to start with so I could show you building without being hindered at all. So once you have that, then you're going to found your first ship. All you have to do is come up here and click this flag where it says found ship, and then you're going to give your ship a name. So Shippy McShip Face. Perfect name for our first ship. Then we have this right here. Now you can see right here our drone, he's kind of stuck in there. Your drone is basically you. So when you die, you'll respawn, and you'll respawn as the drone. You'll always have the drone. And in any time you're playing, you can pop out of your ship into the drone and use that to go into a different ship, because you can't have more than one ship. So this is what we got right now. You can see our drone's just kind of stuck in this block, and this block's just kind of hovering around. So we go into build mode here. You see we got a nice green arrow showing us which way our ship is facing, and we can build a ship. So all you have to do to build a ship is come down here, click whatever you want. There's actually a larger menu that you can click into, and you can see you have all these different block options, and different blocks do different things. So anyway, I'm going to build an engine because we need an engine, so we'll slap an engine on there. And we also need thrusters. These thrusters are what keep you from the moving forward, and they also let you turn left and right and roll and all that. You can see over here that we have a bunch of different stats, and it actually, you see when I connect this block to it, it turns green over there and shows you a separate set of stats. Those are the stats for this block. Now I can change the faces of this block, so I can shrink it, make it bigger. I can take it out this way, do the same thing, and I can just enlarge the block as a whole. And we can go through and change the stepping, so we can change the snap points, how often it snaps. Right now it's on 0.5 and the scaling is 0.5, so you can change all of that. You can change the grid, you can have it mirrored, you can change all kinds of stuff, paint it, all that, but we're not going to get into too much of that right now. I'm just going to show you real quick. So you can see I just mirrored it. I just slapped some thrusters on there. So there we go. That is super basic, super tiny ship, and we may have lost the drone, but we didn't really, because if I hit T, you can see that I pop out and I'm the drone again. So, and then if I want, I can do the same thing, but this time we're just going to call this one ship 2 because I'm in a hurry. So now we have another ship here, and if I hit B and go into build mode, you can see that we have our second ship and we can build it. I can click all kinds of different stuff, but I'm actually going to go into the save. Now it automatically saves ships for you. So these are a bunch of my previous ships, and I can actually go in here and just load any one of these. So let's load the, I call this one the bus. Let's load up the bus. So you click apply plan, and you can actually save your ship. So if you have a ship design that you like, you click save, it'll save your ship for you, and then you'll have it in there. So, and then we'll just go back out of the build mode and zoom out, and you can see we have the old bus here, and we have another ship. Now I can hit T, pop out into the drone, and if I want this ship, I just select this ship back and then hit my menu and I can enter it. So that's real quick little rundown on the different ships and how they work. You also have to crew your ship. You can see up here that we have a bunch of red icons because we're missing our crew. If I go into my ship menu, you can see these are all the different crew members that you can get, and you need them to run your ship basically. You can't run your, I mean, you can run your ship, but like for example, we don't have any mechanics, so over time you can see down here our ship's going to take damage. And if I select the space station, you can see that there's docks. So all you have to do to dock is just get really close to it. Nice and easy. You don't want to go too fast. You can see our speed up here. So we're slowing down nice and slow. And then we just need that to be a 0 km because we're at 0.2 right now. And there we go, and we're able to dock. And once you're docked, you can do different options like trade materials, check out the bulletin board for quests. We're going to hire some crew. So we want to hire a couple of mechanics. We'll click those, and let's see, let's get a couple of gunners just because, and some normal crew members because why not. So we hired a bunch of those, and if we go back into our ship, you can see that we can assign these basic crew guys to our thing. Oh, we need more sergeants, so we're going to assign a sergeant, and then we'll just continue to assign these guys. So now you can see that we're working at over 100%, and yeah, then now our ship flies just fine. That's about it. That's a quick rundown on the game, and I mean there's a lot more to it than what I showed you, but that's for a different video. This was just meant to give you an idea of the game and how it works, and hopefully I've given you enough information so that you can make an informed decision on whether or not you think this game is worth your time, your money, and investment, because like I said, it is early access. Before we go, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much for all your awesome support, and to all of the fans out there, thank all of you so much for all your awesome support. You guys and gals are freaking amazing. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy and you don't like to comment, just smack the heck out of that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.